What's going on YouTube? It's Bella and Jay back again with another video. Before we get into it, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to hit that bell for post notifications. Next time we drop that fire, you'll be the first to get it. And without further ado, today's topic is curfews for couples in committed relationships.
Right.
What do you think? Curfews for couples in committed relationships. At the end of the day, should you have a level of respect for your partner to where you ain't out here busting it wide open and twerking on some other dudes, you know what I'm saying, while your man is at home with the kids?
Why it gotta be a female?
That's just my side.
I'm just saying, like, why it can't be a dude that's out twerking
it can't
for another
be.
female?
Well, I don't know. He twerking.
Whoever.
If he twerking, what he doing with the woman to begin with? I'm just joking. But
at the end of the day, yes, when you're in a committed relationship, you should have a curfew. I don't feel like when you're in a committed relationship, I don't care if you're married, if you stay together, or if you committed to someone, yes, you should have a curfew. You should be at home at a certain time. It's just respect for your partner. It should go both ways. It's nothing in the street but sheets and legs up and a whole bunch of other stuff.
At a certain time, but legs and Waffle House.
Right. But no, like, on a serious note, I just feel like that you should be at home at a certain time, and y'all should be communicating that back and forth on what it is that's going on. It's not about being insecure or secure, but yes, you should secure your relationship by doing those things, but it's not about a person being jealous or of a person being insecure. You should have enough respect for yourself to want to be at home at a certain time, especially when you're in a relationship. For me as a lady, I don't want to be out past a certain time anyway, or not coming home at all. Yes, when you're in a relationship, most definitely you should come home. You should not be spending out with friends. If you get too wasted, you should be calling an Uber or your dude or your female to come pick you up. No, you should not be spending the night in anybody else's house. They should not know where you at. That is not okay. By any means necessary. It's not facts.
I double down on that because me as a person, I've been in this situation before to where, you know what I'm saying, I had to go roll out and go find somebody, because at the end of the day, that's what your emotions do to you as the person on the other side of the fence, right? Because it's never talked about. It's always talked about as far as, why is this person out past a specific time and doing specific things that they know they shouldn't be doing if they're in a committed relationship or in a marriage, right? It's always on that side. What about the person who's experiencing that lifestyle, right? So at the end of the day, the person that's at home. The person that's at home, we never discuss what they're going through, what their emotions are, and how they feel.
It's not good. If you're at home waiting on somebody to come home, or you're at home and they haven't called or they don't come home at all, it's not
text and let you know what's going on.
It's not good for the person that's at home waiting. You know what I'm saying? It can make you feel insecure. It can make you question a lot of things. So people want to say to you, they'll be like, say if you're the person at home, then the other person want to say, hey, you know we're together, so why do you feel insecure? You know I'm not doing something, you know I'm not cheating, but
you know I love you.
Right. How can they feel like you're not cheating or you're not out doing something? Or how are they supposed to know you're not with another person?
Because you're not securing them at that moment.
Right.
The actions that you're taking at that moment are not securing your partner to let them know, because when you are in a committed relationship, if you are in a marriage, if you're in an exclusive situation, then there are certain guidelines that nobody should have to tell you. Like, as a woman, you shouldn't want your man out. Like, if you have the lifestyle to where you're okay with your man going to a strip club, would you want for him to go to that strip club and not come home that night?
No. But also, this goes back to the video we already did, the one-sided video. Okay, so why is it okay for that person to stay out all times of night, never come home, or even if they come home, it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, but then if you do the exact same thing, all hell breaks loose. Like, why is that okay? It's not okay. So don't do something to another person that you don't want them to do to you. If you can't handle the fire, don't go in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
turning the stove on, banging the pots, something we about to get cooking.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, when that person go in there and start banging pots and start cooking, it's a problem.
Right. It says in the Bible, treat people the way you want to be treated. So if you know you don't want to be treated that way, where somebody's going out and not coming back or not communicating with you, or going on dates with other people, or doing anything that you don't want somebody else to do to you, then you shouldn't be doing those things. Put in the energy, the same energy that you want to get back out of the situation.
Exactly. I can tell you right now, I'm not rocking with it. comment down below, what do you think a good curfew time is if your partner is going out without you? Because me personally, I believe that once you're married, once you're in an exclusive situation,
y'all should be doing everything
y'all should be
together.
doing things together.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to have a girls' night and a guys' night. It's okay, but it should be something where it's at an appropriate time, where you should be leaving the house appropriately at a certain time and coming back at a certain time. It shouldn't be where you leaving home at 10 o'clock, coming back at 5 o'clock in the morning.
And big facts. This is big facts. If your friends are your true friends and they know that you in a solid relationship, you got a solid partner, they work hard, they come home, they help you, they do all of these things, and your friends know that your partner do these things for you, right?
Right.
They shouldn't feel comfortable with inviting you out during after hours. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's a day party, oh, we wearing all white and we're gonna be on this rooftop over here, blah, 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 blah. You need to come kick it with us. Understandable. Go get your white stuff on, you know what I'm saying? Take your pictures. Babe, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go out here to this day party and eat some good food and kick it with some friends, right? Cool. Your friends know you're in a committed relationship and they like, girl, this male review is coming in. Just tell your dude we going to do a girls' night, but then, you know what I'm saying, don't let them know what we doing.
Right.
If you're in your mind, if you
shouldn't
feel like
friends like that, because
exactly.
if it was the opposite and your his friends did the same thing, you're gonna be mad. You know, you're not gonna be vibing with that. So
not only that, they're putting your man in a position to where he has to lie to you to tell you he just going to kick it with the fellas and go play some poker or go play dominoes or go shoot some pool at the pool hall, when in actuality he up in the club. No, stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Blowing the money that he could be spending on you.
Right.
You see
Or
what I'm
y'all
saying?
kids or kid, whatever, right? And also, it's not fair for a person to be at home watching the kids all the time, other kid, and then you out doing your own thing, but then that person can't go out and do their own thing. It should not be.
Then you'll throw the kid in front. Why you ain't just at home with the kids and da 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 da?
I feel like at all times it should be y'all going out to enjoy. Like, even if y'all get a sitter, right? Even if y'all don't want to go out together, you should get a sitter. You go out, it can be separately, right? With the girls, with the boys, or the fellas, whatever, right? And come back home at a certain time, together at the same time, right? That way, everybody was able to go out, enjoy their time out. It shouldn't be, and it's okay to take turns and say, hey, I'm gonna keep the kids this weekend, you go out. I'm gonna keep the kids next weekend, you go out. But when it's fair and everybody's doing things and it's fair, but you still should be coming home appropriately at the right time, right? Like, and no giving should you be in any type of relationship, because I feel like if you want to do these single things, like going out, and there's nothing wrong with people going to the strip club, so by all means I'm not saying, but when you're in a relationship, I just feel like there's certain things that you should do together to make sure y'all stay secure. You know what I'm saying? To make sure y'all on the same page.
Me personally, I wouldn't want to go to a strip club without my lady, period, because at the end of the day, I want to honor her security within the relationship, period. Like, it's just not, I don't have that bug in me no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever did have a bug to where I wanted to be out. I'm in an exclusive relationship, but I want to be out with these fellas doing all of these things that single people do. You see what I'm saying? I just never wanted to do that.
Right. Me personally, I don't want to go to the strip club with my girls, and then I've never been to the strip club and I'm fine without going. It doesn't make a break, or I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. You know, it's not an experience that I have to have in life. I'm good, you know, either way. Just like I don't feel like I need to go out and come home at a certain time to feel complete. You know, like if I'm in a committed relationship and my husband or my guy can't go, when it comes to certain things, that I don't need to go. If my guy can't be where I'm going, then I don't need to go. I feel like when you want to do single things, then you need to be single. If you want to go out with your girls or your fellas, if you want to go to the clubs and do all these things without that other person, then you don't need to be in a relationship. Get it out your system and then try to be in a relationship. Don't bring certain toxicity to a relationship or certain habits or things you want to do.
It's not gonna work. It's not.
It's
like trying to fit a square peg into a circular hole. It ain't gonna work.
Right.
You gonna be bang.
We need to stop wasting each other's time. While, like, sometimes it's like we know we with the perfect guy or we with the perfect girl, and we don't want to like let them go because we don't want anybody else to have them. So what we'll do is we'll try to stay in a relationship with them, put them through and torment them through all these things because we want to still be single and doing these things, but yet we don't want to let them go because we know they're good, and we know when somebody else gets them, they're gonna be that much better for that person, and we don't want to see that. So we'll keep dragging and stringing them along, tormenting them instead of just letting them be and say, hey, I love you enough to let you go and be good for somebody else.
Yeah. And then holding on to that person is honestly it's a selfish act. It's entirely
and
selfish.
You're hurting that person.
You're hurting that person at that moment.
100%.
Comment down below if you feel like the person who's in the committed relationship, like the good person out of the two, because it could be the male or the female, right? Comment down below if you feel like the good person is going to put up with the BS because they feel like they have faith that this person is going to like dead all of that extra stuff. And what should that good person do, for one, right? What should that good person do in that situation, in that scenario? And two, just like you said, Bella, that person who's doing all of these different things and like living life, like answer down below also if you feel like these things that are tangible to your life, right? You know, going out clubbing, being with different people, taking trips and wilding, you know, whatever, right? Ultimately, do you feel like a person needs to go through those different things in order to feel complete, or whatever it is that they're going through at that moment, before they decide, okay, I'm gonna just calm it down and be in this serious relationship? Like, is that something that's needed, or is it just something that's wanted?
I'm gonna be honest, and I know it's gonna be a lot of people that don't like this and don't want to hear it. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. Anytime a person is not willing to let certain things go for you, as far as if it's hurting you, that they're going out and they're not contacting you or letting you know what's going on. If it's hurting you and they can't hold themselves accountable and like compromise, then they're not the person for you. They don't really love you like they say they do. You know what I'm saying? Actions show with the things that we do. So if a person can't like meet you in the middle, y'all can't compromise on what curfew is or compromise on what things that y'all want to do or not do in a relationship. If they can't show you love that they want to show another person, or have this love for you, because guess what? We all need to be taught how to love to a degree, so we can learn these things together. You put everything on the table and say, hey, you know, you got them over here telling you what they need to feel love and what they need in this relationship to make it complete. Vice versa. Y'all come together. You know what I'm saying? Talk about these things. You know what I'm saying? And make it better for the relationship. Or go see a relationship counselor. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do what you gotta do to make your relationship better. But at the end of the day, you have to be honest to know if you really want this relationship, or you just holding on to this person because you don't want nobody else to have them. You just being selfish. Or you know that this person is a pushover. And you know it's certain things that they're gonna let you do and you can do, because you know they're not going nowhere. And you know, like, it's different type of relationships and different type of people. Sometimes you're in a relationship with a person and you know you can do whatever. Where they going? You know they're not gonna go anywhere, so you're gonna keep doing these things. So that person that's a pushover gotta stand up, set boundaries, and be like, no, I'm not gonna put up with these. So you can't also get mad at this person. You gotta hold yourself accountable for putting up with it.
Exactly. And curfews is not just you going out. Curfews could be something like what time your phone blows up, notifications, social media, people texting, people calling. You know who's acceptable, and you know what an emergency is.
You can put your phone on do not disturb at a certain time where your phone don't disturb you at all.
Because if your kids are in the house with you, what's the?
But if it's an emergency and somebody call your phone like 3 times, it'll notify you. But if they just call you one time, then it won't. So if it's an emergency and somebody trying to get in touch with you, if they call you multiple times, your phone is going to go off and do not disturb for that person.
But ultimately, you know what time it is. So if you do not disturb past, I mean, that's something that you should be able to discuss with your partner. But like I said, the rules that are being set for your relationship should be set for the both of you, not just set for one person and then the other person can do what the hell they want to do.
Because that's not fair.
Because that's not fair at all. It's going to make the other person have some insecurities, and it's going to make them question whatever you saying out of your mouth. You saying you love them, you saying you ride for them, you saying you'll do this, that, and the fourth for them, and you want to be buried next to them when y'all die, but at the end of the day, your actions are showing something totally different. So yes, you have to hold yourself accountable for that. You'll have to hold your partner accountable for that. If you have to take a step back, take a step back. Do what you got to do to make that person understand, hey, I'm not a pushover like you think I am.
And
I'm
also,
not gonna allow it to happen.
So another thing, when you get into a relationship when you're young, it's okay because some stuff you're not gonna be like ready to like commit to or get out your system. It's okay if you want to go out. It's okay if you want to do these things and you want to come home when you want, because you're to a certain age where you can do those things. But also, you're not ready to be in a committed relationship either. So get that stuff out your system. It's so, I mean, like, I just feel like we're not judging based on circumstances and what's going on. You just have to be honest. with your circumstances and based on what's going on with you.
You gotta be mature.
Right.
You have to be mature, and you have to hold your not only your partner but yourself. If you're the person who wants to get out here and fulfill yourself in a specific way, and by fulfillment, don't necessarily mean you out here sleeping with 15 people,
right.
or you out here.
It could be anything.
Exactly.
But also, it shouldn't be no pressure. So if the person that does want to be single or go out here and do these things, the other person shouldn't pressure them to stay, because you're gonna make this person regret it one day when they do wake up and be like, dang, I stayed, I stopped doing all this stuff, and now I don't even know who I am. It's still stuff that I haven't fulfilled or things I haven't done, and now this person is gonna be feeling some type of way because this person might still end up leaving or still end up straying because they're being made to stand in a situation that they're not even ready for.
So it's a lot of different rabbit holes that you can go down, but as long as you're holding yourself accountable, I believe that you can fight your way through it, and it'll be an easier fight if you just talk to your partner and make sure that y'all understand each other. You might not agree with it, you might not understand it, and you might not like it, but ultimately, if that person, to be honest, if that person just ain't gonna change and want to do the things that they want to do, and still want to hold you accountable for what you're doing, like they don't want you doing certain things out here in these streets the same way they out here in these streets, you got to put your foot down and say to yourself, hey, I get it that this is what you want to go do, so by all means, I don't want you to go do those things because of my insecurities, right? But you got to go do what you got to go do.
Right, you got to do what makes you happy. Sometimes, even though it's important to be selfless, sometimes you have to be selfish when it comes to your feelings, your mental state, and things that are going to benefit you. It is what it is. With that being said, we out.
I hope y'all got some good news out of that.
Something